Just north of the Delaware Expressway and east of Broad Street, we find ourselves at Lincoln Financial Field in South Philly. Just a short time ago, these Philly fans in full roar as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. Pyrotechnics ablaze. They're set to go as their Eagles will match up with the Chicago Bears. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
They will run for the first time with David Montgomery. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. Handoff comes to Montgomery. Powerful running. Got some room at the 30. And he's all the way up to the 39-yard line that time. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice, steady gain.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
To throw is Fields.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field, but at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
Just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. David Montgomery, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Bears take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
They're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
This defense for the Bears, they played really well in that win last week against Miami.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one, but 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
Being chased out left. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. So, CD, his very first pass of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know that's a major surprise for any quarterback because, look, let's face it, no one thinks about throwing interceptions. But think about all the warm-up that we saw, right? Every pass he threw wasn't a single interception because, oh, that's right, there were no defenders out there. A little bit different when there's live guys out there chasing the football.
42 yards on the ground for him so far.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now Montgomery running right. Room here to run. Touchdown, Chicago. David Montgomery, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game.
And the Bears are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Santos with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated. Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Jackson on first down.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off at the 35.
Not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
first down. Here's the run with Montgomery.
And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there.
Tackled there by Monte Nicholson.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Fields to throw on 3rd and 1. Open man, he finds Kmet. Touchdown, Chicago. Cole Kmet, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. As the Bears push further out in front. Now the point after try for Santos. And it is now 21-0. 21-0 our score after 1. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
Now a throw here, hauled in, and taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A handoff as they run the counter play. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Play action. It's Jackson sliding out of the pocket. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
On 3rd down, Jackson forced out to his left. Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. Appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open.
True.
So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting that you are. In this case, he was not, and it turned into disaster for them.
Fields on first down. Touchdown, Bears! A great play there. With a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Bears are able to add on to their first half lead. Santos able to tack on the extra point. And it is 28-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And 3 interceptions in this game, and I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Going deep here for Watkins. It got his man complete. Touchdown, Watkins with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest-Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year. And the Eagles get a score closer. Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent is really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. On 3rd down, they go Montgomery. And he'll take this forward for 2, maybe 3. But we do have a flag down, and they're already marching backward. And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. A give. This is Montgomery. And he'll be stopped here well short of the 1st down at the 24-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
Well, the guys who are paid to make the tackles deserve some kudos there, but I think they deserve even bigger ones, because in that situation, they had to be thinking pass. Loosened up defense, going to pass coverage. Instead, maybe they surprised them a little bit running the ball, yet they rallied to it and stopped them well short of a 1st down.
They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. They snap it to Fields. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. Flush to his right. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to run. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down, so let's see what this is about. The Eagles on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now it's Jackson. Buying time to his left. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Snags it for the pick. And the Bears
thousands are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line.
104 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. On the carry, it's Montgomery. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long?
Back to throw. Fields.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Divine Diablo.
And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Dancing to his left.
And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into a bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
And he comes back with one complete. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Khalil Mack able to record his 5th sack of the season. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. The kick by Elliott is good. So we reach halftime with the visiting Bears out on top here. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, it's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this 3rd quarter.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out.
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Here's Jackson. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is caught by Watkins.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is caught.
Touchdown. Quez Watkins
with his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the 2nd most in a single year. And the Eagles make some inroads here on that deficit. Elliott good with a PAT, and that'll make this now an 11-point deficit.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
On the ground, it's Montgomery.
123 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
On 2nd down, Montgomery. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Here's a give running left. It's Cohen. And some room to roam now. There he goes left side. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Bears will extend their lead. Santos with the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They did what they had to do to start this 3rd quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Going deep here for Watkins. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Well, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. That's to his running back, complete. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Now Jackson on 1st down. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against him offensively. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. And that one almost intercepted. Boy, he's got 2 already, nearly a 3rd, but not to be, and it's 4th down. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Steps away to his left. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. 1st down, a run with Cohen. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
His throw incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
Fields leaving it with Montgomery here on the option. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. David Montgomery punching it in from a yard away. And the Bears will add on to their lead. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and they open the lead up now to 25. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Now another timeout called for by the offense. And that's going to leave them with just one timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson being chased, and he's going to go down again. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Eagles on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This will be 3rd and a mile. Jackson now. Escaping the pressure right. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off right around the 43. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Big stop, let's go. 46, boys, 46. 46
Montgomery. 131 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And this throw will be intercepted. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And I think they are going to get this one back. Well, that would have been something. Double turnovers, but instead they'll keep the possession on the INT. And, partner, I know hindsight's always 20/20, but, man, just in general, those laterals, they can be so risky, and we see the risk that can be involved right there.
And you just have to know, and we've seen it because we've been at a lot of practices. It's not something that's practiced very often. You know, in that situation, you don't see guys really working on it. Maybe like we're bringing the rugby guys in to help us with tackling. Maybe we ask them to help us with the laterals as well and make that a better play.
Is going to be a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. To Montgomery to begin the drive. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come right.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. So now it appears they're going to accept the penalty, which means take away the interception. Also means keep your defense on the field. Don't understand this one bit.
The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
Jackson from the shotgun. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smile.
Yeah, we didn't jinx him at all, did we?
No.
Because ordinarily that happens. Things fall off, but not now.
Cohen lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles.
And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
Obviously. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
Following the fumble recovery, Fields.
This one swung out to Montgomery.
So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And it'll be 3rd down.
That's a nice job defensively to make sure everyone was accounted for, because ordinarily you pick up the guys downfield and sometimes you forget about the running back. In this case, they did not and dropped him for no gain.
Now it's Fields.
Forced out to his left. And that is incomplete.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
On 4th down, here's the option.
He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
All right, I don't want to get too poetic here where they talk about, the eyes being the windows of the soul. You know what else the eyes do? They see the open spaces on a field, and those eyes carry your legs to those spots, and that's what happened on that play. He saw an opening and went and got it.
Well, he really hasn't ran the ball all game. 4th quarter here, need a big play, able to pick it up. So whatever the eyes saw and created, it worked. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. Flushed out right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off by 27. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Going deep here for Watkins. Oh, wide open, complete. Touchdown. Quiz Watkins with touchdown number 29, too short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record 31.
And the Eagles get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
Now that Eagle offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2. Jackson here, he's going to look to throw. On the move to his left. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us. Because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
On 1st down, it's Montgomery. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back.
And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one looks like he'll throw here. Going for it all.
And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Montgomery powers through it. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
On play action, Fields.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. A great effort there. With his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game.
And the Bears extend their lead, and they are about to get to a 9-2 record.
Santos with the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
Devontae Smith now from his end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. They'll run on 1st down. It's Montgomery. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Play action. It's Fields.
And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trailed.
He's got a man, complete. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown. But they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. It's a squibber picked up around the 27. Offense ready to go for their next drive.
And it would seem as if their 3-game winning streak is about to go to 4, but still a little work to do as they start 1st and 10.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle, and it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Bears, they just keep...